Good morning, everyone. Today, let's talk about the horn and its history. In 1971, the International Horn Society decided that the name of the instrument simply horn, no French horn, no Waldhorn, no corno di caccia, horn. And it originates from the animal horn. So this is the oldest brass instrument in human history. Let's listen to a beautiful example performed by Marcelo Olivatto, former player of the Sao Paulo State Symphonic Band, plays for us the Richard Strauss Till Eilenspiel, a very famous horn motif. There you go, wonderful, challenging, wide range, beautiful music, very horn centered, very exciting. But let's go back how the instrument came from the animal horn. Animals have horns to protect themselves. So it's a symbol of protection, safety, security, immortality. People learn that anyone can use it. We can use that to protect ourselves. We also use it for drinking water from a drinking horn, and also as an instrument for communication in battlefield, and also for hunting instrument. There is a Hungarian story from 955 when a tribe leader Lehel was captured by a German king in Regensburg, Germany, and the king told him, "Hey, you are so bad, you are my enemy, I have to execute you." And Lehel said, "Okay, but before you execute me, I will kill you." And he used his horn to kill the German king with it. So again, was used as a weapon, the instrument. Here we can see that horn also used animal horn in religious purposes like the shofar, and also for simply communication in the Alps, in Austria and Switzerland, the Alpenhorn. But the most important function developed from the animal horn, the hunting horn, and people realize if it is longer, the higher pitch is more audible, but it's not practical to have a straight line, so they curve it together, and we change the material to copper, and here is the very first last resulting beautiful copper-made brass hunting horn. And this instrument became the ancestor of the first musical instrument that was developed in the middle of the 17th century. And in 1664, Lully already applied it in his comedy ballet called La Princesse de Lille in 1664. And the instrument was called at that time as the natural horn. Natural horn because it could play only the overtones, harmonics of that length of the pipe that was invented. And in Germany, Mannheim, the school, the composition school we call Mannheim School, they applied it immediately. And the German musician Hempel came up with the idea, how can we widen the musical vocabulary? And putting your right hand into the bell, the Gestopf, the muting system was applied. And later he realized, the same person in 1750 was the muting, and 1760 he came up with the idea, why don't we put extra slides there, altering the length of the pipe, modifying the musical vocabulary. But you needed to have lots of horns tuned for different lengths with those slides. So he came up with a new idea. Why don't we just replace the slide? And the replaceable slide was the next movement of the life of the development of the instrument to get more musical vocabulary. And we ended up with the valve systems. Jean-Baptiste Arban applied the pump valves, and the two Germans in Germany, Mr. Blümel and Stölzel, in Germany applied the rotating valves, first only two in 1814, and they added the third one in 1830. And today we have a fourth one here that connects the F horn, changing to a B flat horn. So we have four valves, and the horn doesn't have any more obstacles, as here from that excerpt. And the composer started to love it. And how the sound is created by the horn, different than the strings. Strings are vibrating the strings, woodwinds vibrating the dead material of a piece of reed. But the brass instruments like the horn is coming from the vibration of the human body, especially the human lips. Voice, singing vibrates the human vocal cords. Brass instruments for the human lips, something like that. Here's a piece of pipe that I will try to demonstrate you how the sound is created. This is, and entering the sound into an instrument, it sounds totally different based on the material of the instrument. The next challenge was to write music for these instruments, and Wagner loved it so much. I will show you a nice Siegfried call, again performed by Marcelo. You can hear it's a very challenging excerpt, and he played it wonderfully. And the composers made the second transfer. That's the first transfer was that we human being made from transferring the value system from the function of the animal horns, which mean protection, safety, security, immortality, to the characteristics of the instrument that had the same system. The sound of the instrument represented safety, security, immortality, and now the composers are challenged to write music that will represent immortality, safety, protection. And Wagner loved it so much. I would like to show you another excerpt from Wagner, from the Valkyrian, that it recorded with the Liszt Academy Wind Band a couple of years ago. And I hope you will love it and recognize the very famous horn motif introduced. So we could learn that we as human race we don't have obstacles. We can make transfers, transferring a structure, characteristics of the animal horn to the characteristics of the instrument. And now second transfer to another system, the composition to create music that shows that we as human being, we are thinking, we are creative, representing a wonderful, intelligent life. And this is that the space telescope looking for around outside of the Milky Way. Maybe there are other intelligent lives, so we can connect and make our lives, each other lives, even more exciting, more happy, because the basic human drama is that we still don't know what is the goal of the human existence. But music makes people better, and it's wonderful. Don't forget it. The more you know, the more you hear. The more you hear, the more you understand. The more you understand, the more you enjoy it. And what is music listening experience? Is an aesthetic experience. What does it mean, aesthetic experience? Enjoyment of the sound. So more you know, the more you will enjoy the music. And with more music enjoyment, your own life will be much more rich, more experience, more filled. So basically, music not only makes people better, but also makes people's lives much better. I hope you already missed my Hungarian accent. No panic, I will be back. Have a wonderful day, and don't forget that horn is a fantastic instrument.